Was Celeste Rivas Hernandez pregnant? We all know who Celeste Rivas Hernandez is at this point. I haven't done any video about her. I was waiting for the Corona, the examiner. What is it called? Hold on, please. Let me make sure. I don't see. Bear with me. Bear with me. Let me check something. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Hold on, people. Oh man, where is it? Oh, I'm looking for. Oh man, hold on. Celeste Rivas Hernandez, was she pregnant? Where did I put this? Oh, here we go. Why do I? There we go. Celeste, we all know who Celeste is at this point, right? Celeste Rivas Hernandez, the 15-year-old who was 15 this year, but I think she ran away from home last year with the singer. I never knew who that singer was. The David guy, never knew who he was, never heard of him. And was Celeste Rivas Hernandez pregnant? The medical examiner has revealed it. Was she pregnant? Yes or no? Because I didn't really want to say much because it's such a sad story in every way, shape, or form, right? If you listen to, because I keep reading it on TMZ, because they do the breaking news, they're following it on TMZ on what is actually going on, what happened. You know, 15, my daughter just turned 16. I cannot imagine my daughter running away from home every time. We're close, so I don't even see any reason why she'll be running. You know, sometimes when kids run away from home, is it that they just want to be grown? Or something is going on with their family at home? Or they're being maltreated at home? You know what I'm saying? So it's which one? And tragically, like, I remember when I was growing up, they used to say, when a child keeps running away from home every time, in the end, what's going to happen is what just happened to Celeste Rivas Hernandez. It's sad what happened to her. But the question is, why was she always running away from home? It looks like that was a pattern, right? It looks like it was a pattern. Why was she always running away from home? Is the question that we should all be asking. Why? What happened? And this time she left and she never came back. And now she's going 6 feet under. And may her soul rest in perfect peace. Just a young teen, a little girl. She's a kid. She's a little girl. She's 15 this year. And she's dating a guy that's a lot older than her. Even if, like, the first time I'm like, well, the guy is young too, like 20 years old. But what do you possibly have to say? And apparently, allegedly, is it even allegedly she's gone, right? It looks like they probably have known each other since she was 11 or 12 years old. And I read a comment somewhere where someone said, you guys, mind you, if she was 11 or 12 years old, that means he was also a teenager because he's 20 now. So she's 15 this year. And he's, 2021 this year? That means he's about 5-6 years older than her. Right? And she's 15. So that means if he knew her when she was 12, so that means he was 18, 17. For what? She was still a kid. There's no way we can slice and dice this. He had no business having a relationship with that little girl. Even if he is young or was young too, or he's young, he still had no business. That's a little girl. Some teenagers, right? Do they want to grow so fast and act grown? Yes. Does my daughter want to act grown sometimes? Yes. But I have to like, hey, you need to calm down. She's not disrespectful. She's a very good kid. But does she want, I'm like, why are you in a rush to grow so fast? And then she started laughing like, no, I'm not in a rush. I'm like, take your time, trust me. A lot of teenagers want to be grown, like so fast. They want to be like adults. I'm like, and then when you get to adulthood, you realize that adulthood is really not who they. Like you want to run back to being a kid. So now the corona examiner is out. And the medical examiner, the result is out. Was she pregnant? Because there was circulations going around that she might have been pregnant before she was unalived and put in that Tesla trunk. So let me show you guys. And please, teenagers, parents, there's no how. I just want to say there's no amount of annoyance that a teenager can annoy you as a parent or guardian that you should tell them, if you don't do this, get out of the house. You say it so much, and the kids, I'm not saying this was what happened in her case, okay? But I'm just saying, sometimes please take a deep breath. Guardians, parents, when it comes to, teenagers will drive you crazy. I have one. They will drive you crazy. But you should always remember you're the parent and you're the guardian. There's a way you can always reel it back in that teenager. But don't ever tell them you're going to get out of the house. You say it long enough, and before you know it, they start leaving the house by themselves. They start being a runaway kid. Love them enough not to try them to get out of the house. There's tough love. Always find a better way to give kids tough love, but not telling them to get out of the house. They start figuring out ways to do those things. Or it's like saying, I'll do this. Like you do it long enough and they get out. Like my heart breaks for this little girl. She's a little girl, a young teenager, little girl. Doesn't even know what life is. No matter how grown she was acting. Hanging around grown folks, grown people. She was a baby. So let's listen to this. Was she pregnant or not? Just watch this to the end. And then we'll find out. Let me pull this up. This is Ashley Banfield on News Nation. This is, I like watching her sometimes. So let's listen.
Brand new video of Celeste Rivas Hernandez that completely rewrites the timeline of the case as we've come to know it.
By the way, if you see me keep showing stuff through my phone, I'm still trying to figure out this YouTube thing. I have YouTube Create. I'm still trying to figure it out. And I'm going to end up. So I don't want you guys to be like, oh, why can't she just use YouTube Create to do these things herself? Like the videos instead of putting the phone up. For now, I'm learning. So you guys bear with me, be patient. If I'm not able to fully learn it, I'm going to hire a content creator to help me out with these things. That's no problem. I'm just figuring it out and getting the hang of it. I love doing this, as you guys can tell. So bear with me.
Has surfaced. Video was recorded at the home of Celeste's parents in Lake Elsinore, California, exactly a year ago, or a year before her body was found in the trunk of a car belonging to the rising music star named David. We had been told that Celeste went missing in April of 2024 and that her family hadn't seen her since. But this new video was recorded by a Nest camera on September 8th, 2024, which would make that 4 months after she ran away. The neighbors who provided the video to TMZ say that it shows her arguing with people who had pulled a prank on her. Take a look.
Let me talk real quick, okay? You gonna let me talk? No, you ain't gonna let me talk. Why you not gonna let me talk?
The girl talking is Celeste Rivas Hernandez. She sounds matured, right? She sounds matured. And at this point, this was when? They said September of last year, 2024. So she was like 14 years old then. She sounded matured, right? That's her. And she came back home. They said they reported her missing in March of 2024. But this was September video that was released of her fighting with family members. She came back home. So what happened after that? And in the end, watch this video to the end. Let's figure it out. Was she pregnant or not? Let's see. This is sad. But you guys see how she wants to be grown. Like she's acting grown. She's talking like a grown woman, but she's a kid. She's a girl, a teenager. Why she's talking here September, she was 14 years old. She wasn't 6, she wasn't 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. You know, but you can tell like she wants to act like she's grown. She wants to talk like she's grown. Let's keep watching.
You tripping? Nah, you ain't. You tripping? Out the door and you tripping?
Oh my God.
Nah, cause you tripping. Move this out of here.
You better get over there. Get your over there, girl.
Just by the very dates of this video seems to prove that Celeste visited her family at least once after she ran away for the last time.
That's what I said.
But a year and a half after the final missing person report was filed, her body was discovered in a frunk. That's the front trunk of David's Tesla.
So
that was just
sad.
3 weeks ago.
So sad.
This video was just discovered as we're finally learning what's been going on behind the scenes of the investigation. The LAPD's captain and commanding officer released a statement saying that the body of Celeste Rivas Hernandez was likely in the frunk of the Tesla for a long time before it was discovered. According to Captain Scott Williams, quote, "We know for sure that Celeste Rivas Hernandez died and someone placed her body in the front trunk area of David Burke's Tesla. We know that the Tesla had been parked at the location from which it was towed for several weeks. So it is very likely Celeste Rivas Hernandez had been dead for several weeks prior to her body being discovered." I know, you don't think it's a big deal because it's like, yeah, we know.
For at least several weeks, at least 2 weeks or more. That's just sad. Just, can you imagine a kid and what she went through before they even put her in that trunk? Let's hold our kids tight. Let's love them more. Let's love them more. So they won't find a reason to be following a guy that is a lot older than them. At that age, they should be, even if they want to have boyfriends or girlfriends, right? It should be the kid that they know in school. They are mates. We know that age, a lot of them have boyfriends and girlfriends, right? It should be their classmates. Somebody in their grade, or maybe a grade higher. Not someone who should be in college. They have no business with people like that. So please, let's love our kid more. That's all I can say. Please.
All that, right? Not really. Like, this is the police finally confirming it, and they haven't said a thing. But that really does track with our reporting last week when we spoke with a private investigator who tracked down the tow reports for this Tesla. And they showed that neighbors had called police about that car on August the 26th. Police responded the next day and ticketed the car as per protocol. They got to wait 72 hours between each of the tickets they put on there. And after 3 visits, then they can tow the car. The second ticket came September 3rd, and the Tesla was finally towed September 5th. So by our math, police were involved with the car for a week and a half. But the neighbors who lived nearby said the Tesla had already spent close to a month abandoned on that side road. And by the way, incidentally, it was just one street over from David's $20,000 a month mansion that his manager was.
$20,000 a month mansion. The car was found, David's car that Celeste Rivas Hernandez's body was found in, in a rented home that David rented, or his manager rented for him, $20,000 a month, not too far from that house. So could this be a setup? Because they said it was also allegedly on tour when this looks like it happened, right? So, like, somebody can be that, like, stupid, right? To want to park a car that belongs to him when he knows if he did it, he knows there's a body in it, and park a car that belongs to him close to his house where he rented a house. So I'm just wondering, like, can this also be a setup? Did he really do it or he didn't do it? So I don't know. I'm not judging him. I always wait. I don't like to jump into conclusions because I'm like, if you do something like this, trust me, you don't want to park that car close to where you live. You know what I'm saying? So could this be a setup? So let's not be quick to jump into conclusions. for now, he's wrong dating a little girl, a kid. Should he be charged for that? Yes. But did he also know that she was a kid? That's another question. Because there's also proof showing, there's also talk, and people are saying that she had different fake IDs that show that she was 19, 18, right? 19, 18 years old. And looking at her pictures, she looks matured. Like my 16-year-old, when we travel, they think we're sisters. And she's 5'11", right? My 16-year-old, she's 5'11", she looks very matured, and she acts very matured. I kid you not, like sometimes when guys see her, they look, and I'm like, nope, she's a kid. That's my kid. And then they're like, wait, I thought that was your sister. No, that's my kid, and she's a kid, she's a baby. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry. She's built like a kind of like a woman. Like most people think she's like, even when we go through the airport, they treat her like an adult. And then when they say, hey, where's your ID? And then I say, hey, she's my kid. What? And then I look at her and say, how old are you? And then she tells them like, oh my God, you know. So the Celeste girl, knowing that I have a 16-year-old and she would have been 15 this year, and looking at her pictures, I'm like, yeah, she looks matured. Even showing my daughter is like, well, a lot of people think I'm like 20-something years old, 21, 19, 20 years old, 21, 22 years old, until they find out most of the time. People think my daughter is in college most of the time. Like when basketball coaches talk to her, like when she goes and practice basketball, they think she's in college, and then she has to tell them she's a sophomore in high school. And we're like, oh, okay. And then they soften it up. You know what I'm saying? So I can see why she looks matured, because I have one that looks mature too. So, but the fake ID, so did David also know that she was younger? Or she had fake ID and he thought she was older too. So it's so many things that's going on in this. That's why I haven't made any video. But my thing, I wanted to know, was she pregnant? Was she not pregnant? Because she could have been pregnant and then be unalive for that, because the person didn't want to get in trouble or something like that. Because that's a whole nother ball game, right? So let's keep going. We'll find out in the end if she was or she wasn't.
Tesla was registered in David's legal name, David Burke. The 20-year-old singer has not been arrested, nor has he been named a suspect. But his friends confirmed to TMZ last week that he was indeed in a romantic relationship.
She was once a
14-year-old girl,
I don't know if you guys used to watch
Celeste. Social media posts indicate they may have even known each other since she was 12. And maybe even 11.
But they didn't know she was that
Captain
age.
Williams responded to the friend's characterization by saying, quote, as far as their relationship, it would be premature for me to say anything. We are looking into...
Because she had fake IDs.
An important piece of the puzzle that has...
And who was helping her with this fake... She had tattoos. Who was helping her with this thing? Was it David? How did she get this fake ID? Was it somebody else? It's so many things.
They have determined is that Celeste Rivas Hernandez was not pregnant when she died.
She wasn't pregnant, people.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and down.
She wasn't pregnant when she was unalived, when she died. She wasn't pregnant. So that's a good thing, right? But let's not forget, a young girl's life has been taken. Which is sad. Because I can never put myself... I don't know how our family members feel. She was gone for over a year or something like that. So we need to know a full story behind these things. What was going on at home? You know, I don't judge nobody. I'm not jumping into no conclusion. But something is fishy. Something doesn't seem right here. There's even some news going on. Allegedly, David was giving Celeste's parents $10,000 monthly to shut them up. Allegedly. There's so many things going on. So let's not jump into conclusion. Because people are saying, he did it, David did it. No, let's be careful. Let's tread lightly. What do you guys think? Have you subscribed to my channel yet? Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Share this video, like, and comment. Okay? You guys, I'll see you guys later.